Hey, what's going on, guys? So, my name is Ipe. I've been running online businesses for the last 8 years, and today I want to talk about the topic of why most people stay stuck in the rat race of working at a 9 to 5, and why most people fail to start their own businesses. You know, I don't think anybody wakes up thinking that they want to be leveraged by other people and work, 40 hours a week to make other people's dream come true, you know. So the problem here is we've been we've gone through an education system that was indoctrination to make us into these 9 to 5 workers instead of making us into entrepreneurs. It's an education problem. And so if you guys look into the Persian school system, which was installed by the elites during around industrial revolution, it really goes to show you that our current schooling system that we go through was designed specifically to turn us into a 9 to 5 hourly wage workers because they needed more workers at the time for their factories. And the number one skill set that prevents any of us from having full autonomy and having our own business, having being able to make our own income is our lack of ability to sell. And this is what stumps most people trying to start a business today, is that they lack the skill set of selling, the skill set of persuasion. And that is a whole new art form of communication, which basically sales is an effective communication strategy where you can display a value of a product to a potential prospect or customer and help them overcome their buying decisions or help them assist their buying decisions so that they purchase a product that is going to benefit them and their family. And it's a strategic communication style, and most people were never taught this skill. Most people do not have this skill, therefore they cannot get into business for themselves, because in order to get into business for yourself, you have to sell something. What you'll find is like the Mark Zuckerbergs of the world, those elite kids, they all go to a different schooling system where the kids sit in a circle table where all the kids are facing each other, instead of our traditional schooling system where we all face the front, face the teacher. That's all designed to look at an authority and obey the authority, whereas the elite kids, they sit in a circle so that they teach them proper communication skills with other students, and they also teach them like debating skills and persuasion skills. And so in my journey of becoming an entrepreneur, because I used to work a 9 to 5, sales skills and persuasion skills is something that made a huge difference in my success of starting my own business, which my own business is doing local lead generation. I'll get into a little bit of that a little bit later on. But anyway, yeah, we all lack the skill of salesmanship, because if you can sell, you can essentially cut your own paycheck. Whether that be selling digital marketing services, or you go buy products for cheap and you go sell door to door. You go buy bulk products and go sell door to door. You can essentially, as long as you can sell, you can essentially be in business for yourself and have full autonomy. Now, I'm not saying everybody should become a salesman. You look at a lot of the salesmen, and they haven't mastered other skill sets, so they're kind of still stuck selling cars or whatnot for another company. But what you'll find is like the most successful entrepreneurs of in the world today all had a lot of them had sales background. So sales is by far the most important skill set, but admittedly it's something that we all kind of dread doing, because none of us humans, we don't like to be rejected, right? It doesn't feel good. So it's kind of a tough thing to try to sell something for your livelihood each and every day and facing rejection. So it's emotionally kind of difficult for most people. So this is why what people do is to avoid that emotional discomfort. they'll try to start online businesses that doesn't involve selling. So what would they do? So they'll do things like Amazon FBA, right? Amazon FBA is you buy bulk products from China, you create your own packaging, and you try to put it on ship it to an Amazon warehouse, and then you create a listing on Amazon, and you basically try to get sales. And you don't ever have to talk to the customers. Basically, Amazon does the selling for you because Amazon has the trust. So essentially, you're outsourcing the selling aspect of the business. Again, the most emotionally uncomfortable part of any business is to sell and get rejected. So Amazon's doing that for you. Therefore, Amazon takes a huge cut, and you only make a much smaller margins. And because you are outsourcing the selling, now you're competing with people from overseas, people that don't even speak English. So companies and suppliers in China, and all these other countries you're competing with, because they don't want to sell either, because English is not their first language. So anytime you deal with any online business that doesn't involve personal selling, you're gonna automatically deal with global competition, much tougher saturation issues, much smaller margins, and basically it's very difficult to pierce through the noisy marketplace and get consistent sales. So this leads me to why a lot of people have, when we're talking about just online businesses, a lot of people have success with digital marketing business. Why? Because a digital marketing business does involve the personal element of, whether you're pitching, SEO or, social media marketing, you now have to sell a business owner. So now immediately you remove the huge competition of overseas companies, because again, English is not their first language. They're not going to go into that business. So now your competition is much smaller. People from the US you're competing with. So this is why, again, it's a little bit tougher now, because you actually have to sell and learn that skill set, but the competition is much, much less in digital marketing. Let's bring up another popular online business, like affiliate marketing. You don't have to sell. This is why a lot of people go into affiliate marketing, right? Because all you need is an affiliate link, and you don't have to do the actual personal selling. However, again, because there's no personal selling, there's all these companies from overseas or people from overseas that you're having to compete with. So again, the barrier to entry becomes really high, because suddenly it's very, very saturated, and you're competing with all these affiliate marketers from overseas that have elite marketing skills. Now, affiliate marketing, you need high level digital marketing skills, like specifically like using like a little bit of black hat strategies to make it work today. Otherwise, it's too saturated. Dropshipping, again, you need high level marketing skills, because now the competition is global. So again, this is why I think for most people, dropshipping and affiliate marketing is pretty difficult, because you need elite marketing skills and you have to run paid ads, which most people don't have the budget for. So there's a barrier of entry there. This is why I recommend, digital marketing as one of the best online business that anyone can start, because it's much less competition. But the downside of digital marketing is you actually have to sell. So you have to actually learn the skill set of selling. But if you do, essentially digital marketing is one of the best products to sell, because you can turn one client into a monthly recurring client. So instead of just selling a car and at a car lot, and you have to, your quota goes to zero each and every month, and you have to resell again. With digital marketing business, you can sell a client one time, and that client will continue to pay you month after month. There's a recurring side to the business, which is very, very important. It's very difficult as, if you're a salesman and you're selling products that doesn't have that recurring aspect to it. Now, let me talk about digital marketing real quick. Now, digital marketing, there's, social media marketing, there's SEO, and there's what we do, lead generation. Now, the reason why our business model that we teach, we have a coaching program of 7,000 students of, and lead generation is probably one of the most successful digital marketing businesses you can get into. Is we made the selling part of that business really easy. So what we do with the lead generation business is we first build a website and we rank it at the top of Google. Once we rank it at the top of Google, it generates free traffic. Once it's generating free traffic, we can send that free traffic to a local business owner. And every time they pick up the phone, it'll say your name. So for me, it'll say this lead was sent to you by ePay. So imagine being a business owner and you're like hungry for leads, because we pick companies that are low in the rankings. So you're a plumbing company, suddenly you're getting these people calling you, and every time you pick up the phone, it's gonna say my name at the beginning of the call. That allows me to put my foot in the door, and I'm not like all these other marketers, because once I help that business owner make some money first with free leads, that business owner already wants to do business with me. So I allow the results to do the selling and the persuasion for me. Suddenly, I don't need high level salesmanship or persuasion skills to get that client. So it's almost like a little bit of a hack there. So now, because I believe everybody can learn sales. However, it is not an easy skill set to master. You can't just read a sales book and expect to be a good persuasive communicator. There's no way around the fact that in sales, you actually have to put in the reps. And most people don't want to put in those reps because, it's emotionally uncomfortable to deal with rejection from people. So this is why, again, if you put in the time to learn sales, like you will always have money in this world. But most people don't want to put in those reps because, again, as humans, we don't like rejection. But you have to look at it as that's a great barrier to entry. You want to look at skill sets that most people are unwilling to do, right? That's going to give you longevity and stability into the future. However, with lead generation, we are kind of leaning on the advantage of having a skill set that most people don't have, which is SEO, which is our ability to rank a website at the top of the search engine. Most people don't know the skill set. So we bank on that skill set. Plus we bank on the knowledge gap that most business owners out there don't know how to do digital marketing or SEO or rank a website in Google. So there's a big disconnect between what the business owners need and what we can learn and what we can do. So once we have that, we take advantage of the fact that you can generate free traffic on Google, which free traffic is like, once you tap into free traffic, that's your access to passive income on the internet. And then we generate leads for small businesses and we give them free leads. Suddenly you don't have to be good at sales. You just send them free leads and they're already excited to do business with you because you already proved, because all salesmanship is to prove that your product works as intended, right? And business owners need leads. So if you can prove that your product works as intended by just giving them the end result, which are leads that business owners need to survive, then you really don't have to do any convincing. They are already wanting to do business for you. So this is why I'm going to end on this note. Why most people fail to start their own business? Because we went through a schooling system that never taught us persuasion skills. So we don't know how to sell. We don't know how to sell things to other people. Because you don't know how to sell things to other people, you have to work for other companies. You get leveraged by other corporations that make money off of your hourly time. But it doesn't give you freedom because you're constantly working for somebody else. You're making somebody else's dream come true. When you can learn to sell for yourself, then you have more autonomy. Suddenly you have a little bit more freedom in your life because you don't have to depend on other companies to sell things for you. You can sell your own product. You can create your own product and sell it in the marketplace. Most people struggle, even when starting an online business, to sell, because selling is not easy. It requires reps. It requires facing rejection. So even starting an online business, people go the route of, starting an online business that doesn't require much selling, which are like things like e-commerce. But e-commerce is highly competitive because you're dealing with global competition, because now you're dealing with companies like in China that doesn't want to sell either. So online business, if you're looking for online business with the highest success rate to succeed, you want to get into digital marketing. You want to learn the art of skill or the art of salesmanship. But our business model of local lead generation is a slight hack, because we can be in digital marketing, not have global competition, but still have an easy time selling, because we do what's called results in advance, providing results leads in advance to business owners. That does all the selling for us. So we kind of remove that difficulty for people. So this is why local lead generation, our business model, what we teach, in my opinion, has one of the highest success rate on the internet. So I'll post some links in the description where we post testimonials daily from our Facebook group of 7,000 students. I will see you guys on the next video.